Greetings, golf enthusiasts everywhere throughout the world. Welcome to this week's Fantasy Golf Sommelier. And we are at one of my favorite tournaments, and that is the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. It is going to be a great week. We have a fantastic field. And you know what? I cannot wait to get into my plays of the week. First, as always, though, let's talk about what I'm drinking. And you know what? I got a little red blend this week. Yes, a blend of red. It's very good. It's a blend of a lot of different things. You know what? You might call a blend, a wine blend, like the burrito of wines. That's basically what it is. It's like a burrito. You pick some of your favorite things and you just throw them all together, and it tastes good. So it's like when you make a burrito, you say, you know what? I like some steak. I like some beans. I like some rice. I like some guacamole. I like some sour cream, lettuce, cheese, throw it all in there together. It tastes fantastic. That's kind of what you're getting with the red blend here. You're going to throw in some Cabernet. You're going to throw in some Zinfandel, maybe some Petit Syrah. And you know what? You throw it in there and it tastes good. So today I've got what's called Conundrum. Now, this is the 2018 Conundrum, and I'm giving them a free ad, but I don't care because this is a fantastic wine. One of those wines that you really can just have as a staple in your household. And they've got a great white blend and then also a red blend. But anyway, let's get into the plays of the week. And we are going to start with the Priced Like a Sutter Home, Plays Like a Camus play of the week. And for me, that is Kyle Stanley at 6,500. I love him this week. You know what? He's 22nd in the field in ball striking. He's 16th in strokes gained approach. He's 10th in greens in regulation. How did I even say that? Regulation? Anyway, he's up there in greens and regulation. He's got good course history here as well. T14 in 2018, T17 in 2017, T17 in 2017. I am really doing a good job with Kyle Stanley. He did miss the cut last time he played here in 2019. I don't really care. I like where he's at coming into this event. He's made 5 straight cuts, including all of those being finishes inside the top 40 and a top 20 finish at the Farmers just a few weeks ago. So I do like Kyle Stanley this week as a very cheap play for your tournament lineups. I'm going to give him 86 points. 86 points. Let me have a little more of my red blend here. The burrito of wine. So let's move on to the Boone's Farm fade of the week. And it's going to be none other than Sam Burns. Yes, Sam Burns. We all love Sam Burns. He's been a DFS darling for a long time, and especially this year, and almost came through for me in a big way a couple weeks ago. But you know what? Screw that guy after he didn't win at Riviera when I had him at 125 to 1. So I'm fading him this week. But here's another reason to fade him. He is looking like he will be one of the highest owned players, probably in the top 4 highest owned. That's reason enough to fade him. I think you kind of fade the touts this week, like me. Maybe that's what you could call me, a tout, but I don't really care. I don't really, whatever it is. But I'm just saying, fade him. I don't like that ownership. Everything else, though, stat-wise, history-wise, all that kind of stuff looks good for Sam Burns. But I think, in a field like this, with where we're seeing ownership right now on him, there are plenty of other good players that you can fill the void here and pivot off of Sam Burns, okay? Just pivot off of him, play a cheaper guy or a lower-owned guy or whatever. Just don't play Sam Burns. I don't like him. I'm not playing any Sam Burns. I'm giving him 79 points this week. Now, back to the blend here. One of the things that you get with the red wine blend is it is just like a burrito. You kind of start with a base. Okay, so with a burrito, you may like steak as your base, or chicken as your base, or beans as your base. I think you should go steak or chicken, but if you want to go beans, that's fine. That's the same kind of deal that you have with a red blend. Usually there's maybe a Cabernet base or a Zinfandel base or something like that they start off with, and there's a higher percentage of that wine in the blend, and then they'll just kind of throw in some touches of Petit Syrah or something like that, just to kind of round out the taste. And I think that's really neat about blends, is just that you can try all different kinds of things and it tastes fantastic. So, all right, well, let's move on to the Pop the Cork play of the week. And for me, that is going to be none other than your boy, my boy, Patrick Reed at 10-2. That was weird. Nope. All right, let's move on to the Pop the Cork play of the week. And for me, that is going to be none other than Mr. Patrick Reed. Now, this is the guy that I came on to after the podcast. But here's the thing. I got a little lit on this week's podcast because it was my birthday. So there's a chance that I actually mentioned Patrick Reed and I just don't remember it. But either way, I'm going with him as my Pop the Cork play of the week. I love him. You look at his form, it's been fantastic. You look at just course fit. This is a perfect course fit for him. He's a grinder, and that's what you need to be out here. There's a lot of water hazards. There's a lot of trouble you can get into. You got to be able to just kind of put that behind you. You blow up and you got a double on a hole, come back, make a birdie. Patrick Reed can do that kind of stuff. That's just what he does. He's a grinder on the golf course, checks the box also in strokes gained approach, ball striking, putting on Bermuda. We know he's a great scrambler. All of those things you got to do well here at Bay Hill. And here's another thing about Patrick Reed this week. He's looking to be one of the lowest owned players in this 9K and above range. I think that will also be key. I love it. So Patrick Reed, I'm going to give him 94 points this week for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Easy for me to say. Anyway, I like to finish by drinking my wine, but I already drank it all. I don't know what happened. It's just gone. Was there somebody drinking any? Okay. Anyway, the wine is gone. It's time to move on. We're going to next week. I hope you enjoy a blend. You know what? Maybe drop a comment in here. Tell me about a blend you like. Maybe tell me about a blend and a burrito that you like. Or if you could make any blend of wine in the world, what variety of grape would you throw into that blend? I want to hear about that. So, all right, on to next week. That's all I got. Out.